How to talk like a leader and always get what you want. This is a question I want to talk about in this video today because I often get it from sustainability managers inside our Impact Accelerator program. Now, this particular question really applies to anyone that works in business that are trying to persuade a leader about a certain thing that they need in their work in order to move forward. My name is Jessie Frahm. I'm a sustainability consultant coach. I post weekly videos teaching you how to grow as a sustainability professional. Now let's tackle the big question of how to speak like a leader to always get what you want. What I want to teach you today is a framework that has 3 steps. It's called the communication funnel. And I actually learned this from a leader many years ago that was my direct manager. We actually didn't get along. And I think this is really a testimony to even the people we meet along the ways, we can always learn something. And this has worked incredibly well for me and my career. And it takes some practice, but it's only 3 steps and it's pretty easy to memorize. Let's start out with step number 1. I want to set the scene. Let's imagine that you are a sustainability manager. You need funding for a new project. Let's call it Project X. And you will need exactly 10,000 US dollars. So the goal for you is to get 10,000 US dollars to deliver Project X. Okay, so what I want you to do is before you even go in through the door to the leader to ask for your 10,000 US dollars, you need to prepare. You need to be crystal clear on what do you need. So in this case, you need 10,000 US dollars. Go over to the desk and you say, hey, can we have a word? Yes, of course. So what do you want? I would like to request $10,000 for Project X. No more. Keep it simple. Now, why is this important? It is important because you are communicating clearly what your need is, and leaders communicate with simplicity and clarity. You'll see it in email chains as you're progressing up through the career ladder that leaders are concise and they get to the point. Now, if you're in a middle manager position and not used to communicating in this way, the chances are that the manager or leader will turn around and say, tell me more. This takes us to step number 2. And this also requires that you prepare before you go over and have the conversation. So I want you to think about what are the consequences of you not getting exactly what it is you need. And when we talk about consequences, this has to be in monetary terms, something that are measurable for the business in terms of a loss. So this could be that Project X will be delayed for 6 months. People that are working on the project, they're starting to feel really demotivated. There was an additional cost that came in that was unforeseeable, but you need to cover it quickly so that you can move on and you won't disappoint the client, which you could risk losing. Something along the lines of that, right? So keep it concise. So the manager says, what do you want? I want 10,000 US dollars. Why do you want that? If I don't get it, we are at a risk of losing a client because we had this unforeseeable cost come up. And if we don't cover this problem, then we might have to delay the project by 6 months. And on top of obviously risking the client relationship, then I can also see that the people on the project are feeling incredibly demotivated, and that's obviously not good. Keep it as short and sweet as this. Let the manager process this information, because what they do as leaders is to navigate the business into the future. They want to make sure that you are profitable. They don't need anything else. So this is step number 2. If they are still a little bit unsure, and the more junior you are and the newer you are to this concept, the more they will probably challenge you. So they might say, okay, could you give me a bit of background for what happened? You give a short explanation for what happened. Keep it concise, no more than 1 minute. Get to the point. No fluff and fillers of he said that and she did this and then this happened and I just didn't know. And just be confident and get to the point. To summarize, and also by the way, I have consolidated all of this in a 1-pager for you that you can find in the comments below. But to summarize, there's 3 steps. 1, tell them what you want, be quiet. Step number 2, tell them what the risks are of not getting what you want in monetary terms. Step number 3, then you can give them the explanation, no more than a minute, get to the point. Let me know in the comments how you get on with this framework and if it is helpful. I'd love to know about it. If you are looking to accelerate your career in sustainability, consider joining the Impact Accelerator, where you get mentorship, you get a blueprint to follow in terms of delivering sustainable change and all of the resources that you need to really succeed in your work. I've left a link for you with more information in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and continue until this video where I will talk about my journey into sustainability so that it can inspire you for how you could do a career change.